Perfect timing. Our local homeless lady walking across the screen. If you'd like to donate, just, just drop it in her purse. Well, unfortunately, our Zamboni is apparently down and out, so we'll be doing no flood today. We're gonna play in some snowy ice. Rustlers going into the third, still holding a 4-3 lead. Faceoff's going to be won by the Ooks. Clark sends one in right from inside the blue line, glove down by the Ooks goaltender. Held on, we'll get a faceoff now deep in Edmonton territory on the blocker side. Clark making an awkward eye contact with Bensmiller. I'm calling it. I was wrong. Oh, she tried it. Chip down the ice now. Weber will pick it up in the neutral zone. Weber going to go back in behind her own net. Takes the Ook stick with her. Puck chipped off the boards to the far side corner. Weber on the attack. Trying to walk one in. There's a backhand that's blocked in front. Comes right to Schwartz off the stick of Clark. Schwartz up over the blue line now, up over center. Schwartz takes a little slash there. She'll dump one in as the Rustlers will get a change. That one right through the skates of the Edmonton forward. Now Waddell from center, she's going to flick one in. That one goes off the back of the boards just wide of the goaltender. Chipped back up again for Waddell. Waddell trying to walk one in as it goes offside. Here comes Byer with a 2-on-1 with Rollick. Tried to pass it out front. That was intercepted. Here comes Edmonton now out of the neutral zone, offside. I can't figure out what's offside and what's not anymore.
What happened with this?
Oh, the Bonies down. They didn't get a flood either. Broketon. Or the guy didn't get out of bed. Never know. I mean, damn it, if Schwartz can be here on time, the Zamboni guy should be able to too. Hurley chasing it down now in behind. No, she lets that one go. Backhanded by Weber to the far side corner. Centering pass now picked up by Smithson. Try to send one. There's one weak. Goes by on the glove side. Good stick work there by Weber. Puck back in behind the Rustler net. Centering pass stopped by Hurley. Hurley sends it to Smithson on the near side. Poked up ahead. Chipped up to Boulian. Boulian now at center trying to dump one in. That one stopped by the defenders. The Rustlers change three. Nice work by McNabb. Patient. Dumped down the ice, and now McNabb will have to chase it down the near side corner. She'll chip it back to the far side corner for Brander. Brander centers one there. That one just out of the reach. Here comes Schwartz now on the attack to the far side corner. Nice hit by Boulian in front of the Rustler bench. There's a shot off the blocker of Hillis up over the net. Sent to Schwartz on the near side, centering pass, poked up ahead. Here's a 2-on-1. Clark has got Boulian. Clark trying to walk one in. Oh, she lost the handle on it, and it hit the brakes in a pile of snow. Dumped back in. Hillis will hand it off to Peters. Peters going to come out of her zone with some speed. She's going for a skate. She'll chip that one in along the far side boards and chase after it. Poked up ahead there again. Byer going to beat her to the puck. Byer gets beat as the puck goes right to Hillis. Hillis jumps out of the net and takes a hit as she gets pushed in. Don't think it was overly malicious as nobody was laying the lumber to her after the fact. Face off now on the glove side. Won by the Rustlers back behind their own net, but nobody wanted it. Walking into the slot, fanned on the shot as it rolls to the far side. Now here comes Baby. Baby pokes it up ahead. And here comes Byer. Byer's got Rollick. Rollick gets a leg back as she gets hauled down, and it was not offside, but apparently they're calling it offside. Picked up now by Rollick. Rollick's got a little bit of room. She's going to get it up over the center ice area, walking in over the blue line. She's got sticks all over her, trying to keep control, and does. Hands that one back to Waddell. Waddell in the slot with a shot. That one stopped short. Rebound! Don't know who made that save, but somebody got in front because the goalie wasn't there. McNabb pinching in, keeps that puck in deep. Stopped there by McNabb again at the blue line. She'll hand that one off to Arguin. Arguin chips it up to Booley, or Smithson, and Smithson will get it out up over center. Chipped back up. There's a weak shot in as Hillis has no problem with that. Steers it aside. Smithson gets a stick on it. Poked back into the near side corner. Smithson trying to power it through. That's picked off again. Poked up ahead. Comes back to the near side point. Clark with it now up over center. Clark walking one in on the near side corner. She's all alone. Clark tangled up, but maintains. Puck gets poked past now to the far side corner. Boolean with a hit. Here's an opportunity. Clark couldn't quite get a hold of it. Chasing it down now is Hurley in her own zone. She's got heavy pressure. Hurley poking it to the far side boards as it gets tangled up along the boards. Kicked back in. Hurley with it again. Hurley passing it to herself at the far side again. Sent back in behind the net. Bensmiller now with it. Bensmiller knocked off her stick back to the corner. She's got Hurley. Puts the brakes on to keep it herself. Chips that one up to the far side for Booley, and now Schwartz having to chase it down. Icing will get waved off, you'd think. Edmonton now up on the far side boards. Knocked off the stick by Rollick. Rollick has it knocked off her stick now. Comes to Peters. Peters trying to chip that one up. Gets stopped right inside the blue line, but she'll get back in time. Sends it back behind the net. Knocked off her stick again. Pulled out of the crowd now, Rollick. Rollick trying to chip that one up. And here's an opportunity for Baby. Baby trying to get there, and she gets hauled down. Baby picks it back up with a shot that goes well wide on the glove side. Oh, and a hit from behind is now Weber having to pick it up. Weber shutting the door down at the defensive blue, or the offensive blue line. Pulled out by Rollick. Rollick still with it in the neutral zone. Puts the brakes on, trying to hand that one off. If she gets her pocket pick, she'll chip it up back to center ice. Ooks will recover. Arguin gives chase into the near side corner. Arguin gets piled on top of it as the ref blows the whistle down. Clark lines up for the draw deep in Rustler territory now. She'll win that one clean back to McNabb. McNabb sends it back to the far side for Weber. Just out of the reach of Weber, gets to the corner. Weber going to tie it up there. Gets poked free. Boolean now after it. Boolean and Clark in battling on the far side boards. I'd tell you guys at home if something was happening, I promise. Finally pulled out of the far side circle, walking one in with a shot, and Hillis with the save. Try to chip one out in front. Puck still tangled up in behind the net. Clark trying to send one out as everybody's getting tangled up here. Back to the far side blue line. There's a shot right on Hillis, and she'll steer it back out to the center ice area. Pulled out to center ice, kicked up ahead there by Schwartz. Schwartz is going to get it in deep, allowing the Rustlers to finally get a change, and they'll flip 5. Smithson got a piece of that with her skate. Now Waddell's giving chase. Poke past her. Bensmiller on the near side boards. Or sorry, Smithson on the near side boards as Bensmiller ends, I don't know what happened, in behind the net there. A cross check on the back of Bensmiller, and the Rustlers going back on the power play with 11:57 to go. Bullion arguing, Smithson, Bensmiller, and Peters out to try this power play to start. Face-off won by the Ooks. They'll chip it in behind the net to the far side. Bensmiller will get there at the blue line. Chips that one back over. Here's Arguin walking into the slot. Arguin back to Peters. Peters over to Bensmiller. Bensmiller with a little bit of time. Bensmiller with a spin-o-rama on the far side. Buys herself some more with a shot. She scores! Bensmiller with her second of the game. And the Rustlers score a power play goal! Was there not 11:38 originally when the face-off started?
No, it's right.
Okay. 5-3 Rustler lead. Midway through the third period, poked up ahead as Rollick gets tripped just inside the blue line. Baby trying to send one back to the point. Chipped up now for Hurley. Hurley sends that one in, tipped in front by Baby as it rolls back to the far side. Baby with a shot. She scores! Baby from a terrible angle, and she's got her second. Two back-to-back goals, and the Rustlers lead by 3. Ensuing face-off here. Edmonton's going to win that one back into the neutral zone. Chipped up over center. Back now as Byer pokes it off the stick to the near side corner. Byer plays the body. Puck gets tied up as Byer gets hauled down in the corner. Chipped up now to the far side for Baby. Baby stops it at just outside the corner. And oh, nice move there. Rollick kind of just pulls it out and toe drags her way through the crowd. Knocked off the stick at center again. Here comes Edmonton. Edmonton walks one in, blockered away by Hillis. She lost it. Puck still free. I don't know how she made that save, but she did. Trying to get it out was Clark. That one goes off a shin pad. Far side, there's a shot right in. Chipped aside by the Edmonton forward. Centering pass, kicked aside by the Rustlers. Hammed in here, cannot get it out of the zone, and there's a hit from behind. And no call. Hillis finally has her stick back now. Clark will get that one up to the far side boards, chipped back in again. That one's sent up off the glass, it'll come out. Schwartz gets a piece of it at center ice. Bullion with a nice hit at the center ice boards. Edmonton now walking in top of the circle with a shot. That's blocked by Brander. Centering pass, popped free. Huge save by Hillis. Another centering pass. Bad angle shot. Kicked aside to the corner. Now from behind her own net, here comes Arguin now up over the blue line. She'll just chip that one down the ice. Icing should be waved off. And the Rustlers get a much needed change. Back to Peters. Peters floats one in. That goes just wide on the blocker side. Bullion's there to pick it up. Bullion takes a little bump at the far side boards. Smithson hands one right back. Backhands it back to Peters. Peters will pick it up, chips that one up ahead to Byer. Byer looked at a pass but didn't see it, so she'll just chip it in herself. Knocked back to the near side boards. Dumped down the ice off the stick of Peters as icing will get waved off. Peters and Waddell both going after it. Peters will send it around the boards to the far side for Waddell. Waddell centering pass, that's just out of the reach of Baby. Edmonton offside, they'll have to regroup. Chip that one in. Right in on Hillis, and she'll just glove it down and hang on. Two quick goals and then could not get out of their own zone for a long time as we get back to the mid-third period TV timeout. Deep inside of me. Hey, they got the score right on the clock now. Well, let's go for a tour and see how the Saskatoon-Edmonton game's doing. .5:20 to go in the third period. 4-0 Saskatoon leads over the Angels. And that'll be our next game here against the Edmonton Angels at 2:30 local time. Don? Hey, Don, are those sweatpant khakis? I love them. Face off for Clark, deep in Rustler territory. Ooks will win that one, chip it back in behind the Rustler net. Clark keeping her to the outside. Here she is. Claus trying to walk one in. That gets in past the defender now. Schwartz with it. Schwartz trying to chip that one out. Couldn't get a hold of it. Poke back into the near side corner. Hurley goes after it. Bensmiller now in behind the Rustler net. Clark in to help out. Puck floating free. Sits out in front. Nice reach there by Hillis. Baby couldn't quite, or sorry, Bullion couldn't get that one out. Here's a walk in off the post again. That's her second of the night. Bullion now goes after the far side boards. That'll get up to the blue line, but not out. Chipped right back in behind the Rustler net. Ooks are trying to change. There's a shot off the side of the net. Hurley makes a move in behind. She'll pick it up. Hurley chips it back to Bensmiller behind the net again. Bensmiller with it. Chips that one up along the near side. That'll get outside of the blue line. Now the Rustlers can finally get some fresh bodies on the ice. Offside? No, apparently not. Okay. Yeah, no, I've 100% wrong every guess. That one chipped up back through to center. Bullion with a little bump at the far side boards. Dumped in again. Rolls in behind the net for McNabb. McNabb sending it around the near side. Smithson tried a little chip off the boards. Here comes Edmonton walking one in. Quick stick lift there by Smithson. Another shot. That one reached in from behind off the post and tucked underneath Hillis, and she'll hang on for a face-off. Well, I'm surprised with all the pressure Edmonton's had. They have not pulled the goalie yet, down by 3. Face off one again by Edmonton. They'll just chip that one in front of the net. Waddell stops it. Waddell trying to keep the player to the outside. Centering pass, that's picked off and dumped back to the center ice area. Sent in as the Ooks are offside. Hey, I would have got that one because that was like hella offside. Waddell sends that one up off the far side boards. That's in behind Bullion. And the Ooks back in on a 3-on-2. Drop pass, there's a shot, and they're back on the board again. Timeout Rustlers with 5:55 to go. This poor lady running the score clock just cannot figure out who's home and away. Rustlers need to regroup here. Oh, that's better. They got it figured out. I don't know.
It's six for the home.
Oh, yeah. She's got the right numbers on there. They just switch sides. Yeah, it's easier. It's less button pushing. 5:55 to go. Third period. Rustlers 6, Ooks 4. Rustlers coming off a fresh timeout. Ooks winning that face-off. They'll chip it up along the far side. Comes to Hurley. Hurley trying to poke that one up ahead. Comes to Clark. Clark going to pull it out of the crowd. Knocked off her stick at the last second, but she's got a gear. Clark going to get there. Walking one in for the far side. Corner centering pass. Just out of the reach. Peters sending one in. That goes off a stick. Hurley, the lone man back. Goes through her skates. Walking in with a shot. And a huge save by Hillis. Peters will chip that one up off the far side boards and go off for a change as the Rustlers are going to change 5. Dumped in now by Edmonton, rolls in behind the Rustler net for Bensmiller. Bensmiller going to skate one out on her own. Bensmiller up over center. Bensmiller with a shot that goes off a stick, rolls just wide. Chipped back up to Smithson of the near side boards. Dumped into Edmonton territory as the Rustlers are going to change 5 again. Dumped in by Edmonton. That rolls in behind the Rustler net for McNabb. McNabb gets that one to Rawlick. Rawlick takes a bump just inside the blue line. Chips it back for McNabb. McNabb far side gets it over to Baby. Baby couldn't quite get there in time. Poked up ahead, and here come the Ooks again. Tries a centering pass, but McNabb got in the right place. Back to the near side point for Edmonton. Edmonton back to the near side boards. Brander will collect. She'll chip that one up and out. Baby with a nice move there with a pocket pick. Baby going to skate one through. Tries to get it across ice to Clark. Bouncing off the skates of Schwartz, now in behind the Edmonton net. Chip down the ice, and Edmonton back on another 2-on-1. Peters back in time, shuts that down twice, and takes a big hit. Head high, far side, no call. Edmonton walking one into the slot. There's a shot steered aside by Hillis to the near side corner. Another one sent in, stopped in front by Bensmiller. Edmonton still in control. Weak shot in on Hillis, and she'll throw a glove on it and hang on. Peters shook up, but back up against the boards in the bench. Gonna go back out. Face off won by Edmonton, back to the far side. There's a shot right on Hillis, and she'll soak it up and hang on. Arguing, gonna try another one here. Glove side, Hillis. Ooks will win that one again. Another shot. That one's blocked. Just about walked away was Boolean. Got it caught up in her skates. Centering pass, caught up in everybody's skates. Finally pulled out by Peters. Peters goes after it. She'll walk it out of the zone on her own. Peters up over center. Chasing it down the far side corner. Centering pass, nobody there. Dumped down the ice. Weber will chase it down. Weber over to Peters to the far side. Peters back to Weber. That's intercepted in behind the Rustler net. Centering pass. That goes through everybody out the other side. Dumped in again. Here comes Peters. She's going to chip it up off the far side boards. Just enough to get it down the ice, but not enough for an icing for a change. Far side now Byer. Byer after it as she gets knocked off the puck, and the ref just annihilates Rollick. Dumped in now by Edmonton to the far side corners. Bensmiller gives chase. Goes in behind the net. Bensmiller with it. Chips it up along the far side or near side boards. Chip down the ice again, and that won't have its legs. Minute 45 to go in the period. Poked up stop there. That'll go through everybody, and we'll get an icing call as Brander was half a step behind the red line. Timeout Edmonton now. I would imagine we'll see the Edmonton goaltender out of the pipes here shortly. It's going good. Ish. Rustlers are 6. Yeah. And we're being outshot. Well, this period, what was it coming into the third? Today's the day for hard questions, eh?
You know, I almost want to say you're 0-2 and then 24-22.
Sounds about right. Well, surprisingly enough, the Ook goaltender is back in the net. Nope. The Ook goaltender has now been pulled. Minute 38 to go. Net's empty for the Edmonton Ooks. Rustlers face off deep in Rustler territory. Face-off's going to be won by the Rustlers into the far side corner, tied up by Harper Clark. In to help out is Brander. Poked free. Schwartz gets that one over to the far side. Knocked off the boards now. Boolean. Boolean gonna just kind of keep her at bay. Chipped up, and here comes Edmonton up over center. 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Peters trying to keep her to the outside. Puck gets rolled back in behind the Rustler net to the far side corner. Back to the corner again. Knocked off the stick. Comes free. Chipped up off the far side boards by Boolean. Off the skate of a Edmonton forward. Final minute now of the third. Knocked off the stick there. That pass goes to nobody. Boolean, she'll get that to the blue line, but not out. And here comes Arguin trying to get there. She gets tied up. .30 seconds to go. Ooks in over the blue line. Tried a little fancy-dancy move on Bensmiller, and Bensmiller's going to tie it up at the far side boards. Oh, now you blow quick whistles. .23 to go. Rustlers 6, Edmonton 4. Ooks net still empty. Rollick for the draw. She'll win that one. Clean back to the corner. Oh, is an awkward hit in the corner on Bensmiller with a cross check. And the Rustlers are going to go back on the power play, up by 2 with 17 seconds to go. Pull the goalie, Benz Miller. It's like punting on second down. Nobody expects it. Face off deep in Edmonton territory here. Back to Peters at the point. Peters cross ice to Weber. Weber just chips it into the corner. Rollick gives chase. Rollick ties it up.
How many men?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One in the penalty box.
Oh yeah, power play. That's Sunday morning after the casino math. Did they give us our 17 seconds back? They are going to give us our 17 seconds. Oh, we gained more time. 17, 17, 17. Here we go. 26, 26. Do I hear 25, 25? $18. Is that good enough? We're going to call it good enough. Face off now for Byer, deep in Edmonton territory. Puck's going to be won by the Ooks deep into their own corners. The puck gets tied up. Nobody wants to take it out. Just leave it. Four seconds to go. And that'll do it as the Rustlers sneak one past the Edmonton Ooks. 6-4. Now we have the dreaded Angels this afternoon. God, I hope we don't get any power plays against the Angels. Great game by the Rustlers, great game by the Ooks. 6-4 win for the Rustlers. We'll see everybody at 2:30 this afternoon back here in Calgary, Alberta.